What is going on here? Why are so many people rejoicing as a building is simply no more?
I saw in parts of New Jersey, Jersey City, but parts of New Jersey, I saw people getting together and in fairly large numbers celebrating.
People that were cheering in the other side of New Jersey where you have large Arab populations, they were cheering.
Ah, yes, that's who it must have been, good sir. In a piece of video many love, Trump Plaza, a piece of property that haunts the community to this day because of Donald Trump's inept management style, finally came down. It was welcomed by the community, who have fought the insurrectionist president for, surprise, surprise, livable wages among many other things he did not care about. Trump Plaza is, in a way, the blueprint for Trump's lack of a business acumen. Take this man, Marty Rosenberg, an Atlantic City native of 70 plus years, for example.
He promised if we did a good job, we would get paid.
He says Trump owed him over $1 million, and he wasn't alone. Rosenberg says Trump didn't honor the contracts of over 100 contractors who helped complete the Taj Mahal.
The man didn't pay us because he didn't have the money, bottom line. I said, we want to get paid. He says, well, how can I stop this meeting? I said, it's relatively simple. Give me a check.
After several rounds of negotiations, Rosenberg says he and the other contractors settled with Trump for less than what they were owed, with devastating results.
Some went bankrupt, some lost their businesses.
Which follows the pattern. Trump is a con artist with his business interests. This reminds me of one of his golf properties.
I was shortchanged well over $100,000.
Did it have a lasting impact on your firm?
Well, certainly it did. It was a grave disappointment.
This man, Andrew Tesoro, was hired to design a clubhouse for the Trump National Golf Club in Westchester, New York, but after the structure was complete, the Trump organization refused to pay what he billed and offered less than a third of the fee. In Atlantic City, after hosting the Holyfield Foreman fight, the first ever pay-per-view event, Trump swindled millions from promoters Kathy and Dan Duva and top-ranked CEO Bob Arum. Kathy Duva put it bluntly.
If your claim to fame is that you've taken money from other people and not delivered what you promised, that doesn't make you a genius businessman. That makes you a thief.
On the Atlantic City property, Trump screwed many, and they all have a similar story to tell. One contractor whose company did $1.3 million in paving work ended up with 1/3 that amount. Atlantic Plate Glass installed walls of glass and was screwed out of $1.1 million. Molded Fiber Glass sued Trump for the $3 million it took to install the Taj's famous onion domes, and ultimately settled for $1 million. A marble supplier was owed $3.9 million, and after he settled for 30 cents on the dollar, he went bankrupt. He also pulled this on his employees. Trump's company encouraged its employees to invest their retirement savings in company stock. Then when the stock price was near its nadir as bankruptcy loomed, the company forced the employees to sell their stock at a huge loss. More than 400 employees lost a total of more than $2 million from their retirement accounts, the lawsuit stated. However, the Time makes an important and quite bleak point. Even as his companies did poorly, Mr. Trump did well. He put up little of his own money, shifted personal debts to the casinos, and collected millions of dollars in salary, bonuses, and other payments. The burden of his failures fell on investors and others who had bet on his business acumen. A former PR executive for the Trump properties from 91 to 2002 said, "To me, it signals the sadness of how Atlantic City went down. We became the foreclosure capital of the world." He never invested a single dime back into those properties, not one dime. He took all the money out, never put the money in. Atlantic City Mayor Marty Small called it a fitting end of Trump's era in Atlantic City. As a daughter of one AC worker put it, he's an ego, he's a character, he's a joke, but that joke has human cost. It's financially and culturally destroyed the town I grew up in.